Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting stories on the Formula One grid right now, the incredible journey of Franco Colapinto. And look, this isn't just your standard driver announcement. Oh no, this is a story about pure resilience, raw talent, and a seat that was 100% earned, not given. And nothing really captures the heart of this story better than this quote right here from his Williams mentor, James Vowles. That one phrase, a big turnaround. That's exactly what we're going to get into. It hints at a real struggle, a tough fight, and ultimately a massive win against the crazy pressures of F1. And here it is, the results of that triumph. It's official. Franco Colapinto is going to be racing for Alpine in the 2026 season. I mean, that's a huge move, locking in his future on the grid. But the real story here isn't just that he got the seat, it's how he did it. So, that brings us right to our core theme. A seat earned, not given. We're going to explore exactly why this move is being seen as such a victory for pure performance in a sport that, let's be honest, is often dominated by a lot of other factors. Okay, but before we can even talk about the comeback, we really need to understand the foundation he built. Colapinto's talent was like never in doubt, and his road to the grid absolutely proves it.
Just take a look at his rise through the ranks. This guy was a winner from his earliest days in karting. He went on to grab Formula 4 titles and was just constantly hitting the podium at F3 and F2. Then, the Williams Driver Academy really sharpened that raw potential, which all led to his F1 debut in 2024, where he scored points in an impressive 9 races. So yeah, he showed up with a serious resume.
And this is where the story takes a really interesting turn. Because, having proven talent is one thing, but actually surviving and thriving in the Formula One pressure cooker, that is a whole different beast. His start was really tough, and the gap to his very experienced teammate was, well, it was obvious. This slide just visualizes the two halves of his season perfectly. That first half, it was a real struggle. He was qualifying way back between 15th and 17th a lot of the time, but then something just clicked. That sharp upward arrow you see, that's his incredible comeback in the last 7 races, where he was consistently fighting for the top 10 and just erasing that gap to his teammate, Pierre Gasly. So the big question is, how did he do it? How do you make that kind of a leap in the middle of an F1 season? Well, it definitely wasn't luck. It was a methodical, completely data-driven turnaround. This was basically his comeback blueprint. First, he did a super deep dive into all the data, just hunting for every single millisecond. Second, he focused on mastering tire management. Those tiny little tweaks that can make or break a qualifying lap. And third, he was just relentless, perfecting his qualifying simulations over and over until it became second nature. This was pure, methodical, hard work. And this is what earned him that Alpine seat. This whole process, that refusal to give up and the clear, measurable improvement you could see in the data, that's what made James Vowles, and frankly, the rest of the F1 paddock, really take notice. It proved he has the mindset of a top-tier driver. He didn't just sit around waiting for the car to get better, he made himself better. All right, so the seat is secured. What does the future actually hold? Let's take a look at what's on the horizon for Colapinto as he heads into 2026 with Alpine.
He's going to be lining up alongside Pierre Gasly, who just got extended through 2028. This creates a really fascinating dynamic at Alpine. You've got Gasly's proven experience and his race-winning pedigree, and you're pairing that with Colapinto's raw, aggressive youth. It's that classic blend that could be incredibly powerful.
And there are some other huge factors at play here. Alpine's going to be powered by new Mercedes units, which should actually suit Colapinto's strengths in qualifying. The new sustainable fuels are going to reward efficient drivers, another one of his trademarks. And hey, let's not forget the incredible energy he brings with this massive South American fan base that feels like a throwback to the days of legends like Fangio. But, just as James Vowles wisely points out, the work is far from over. Getting the seat was just the first mountain he had to climb. That bright future everyone's talking about, it all depends on him applying that exact same grit and determination to every single race weekend. He has to keep earning it. Which, of course, leaves us with the biggest question for 2026. With his proven talent and that incredible work ethic, can Franco Colapinto actually score a podium in his first full season with Alpine? The potential is definitely there. We'll have to wait and see. Thanks for watching.